That's us.
All right, we on?
Yeah.
All right, Con. All right, hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahushai.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to you, sincere brothers of the hopeful elect. All right, doing this work in sincerity and in truth. All right, this is just going to be another open forum, impromptu. You know, we don't have a set topic. We're just going to go with the spirit. You know, touch on different current, situations that's going on in the world, involving prophecy. You know, what's going on in Israel, so on and so forth. We're going to go wherever the Spirit takes us, man, So it's a lot going on right now. Brothers, there's so many topics out there that you could touch on.
Yeah.
You know, this oncoming economic collapse that's getting ready to, that they're pacing themselves for. A lot of people don't know that Donald Trump is getting everything in place because he knows that an economic collapse is coming.
Hey, if I was lucky, bro, I just want to speak on that. We were talking about how perfect, for years, 8 years prior to this, we've been talking about how perfect Barack Obama was because he could woo the people in such a way to get them to follow whatever he's saying. Like,
They had confidence in him.
They had confidence in him, but he could backstab you easily. Well, with Donald Trump, it's even better because you don't have to like this guy. He can do whatever the hell he wants because more than half the country then voiced how much they hate him. So he can have a sense of remorse about his actions towards you. And he can just be like, you know what, austerity measures, boom. And they don't need an excuse. They don't need an excuse. He can just do that. And everybody believe that that's the way it could be. Versus a president that like Clinton or whoever else that would have cared, so to speak, that people wouldn't believe would put austerity measures and collapse economy and all of that on martial law and on,
Yep. Yeah, man. And basically, I uploaded the clip, from the X-22 report, and the guy was basically going into how it's a reason why Trump is trying to extract all the natural resources here in America because pretty soon you're gonna have more of an international reject of the U.S. currency, and because it's gonna be a point in time when you can't trade with it, it's gonna make all the shipments become scarce. So you're gonna have all these different goods and items in the country to be able to depend on because they're going to be diverse because they're not going to be able to depend upon the shipments from these other countries once the dollar goes belly up. And everything, and once the dollar goes belly up, then the cost for everything by trade is going to skyrocket. A lot of people ain't going to be able to afford certain goods and items and stuff like that. Trump actually knows what's going on, man.
Right.
All right, and that's why he's trying to get a lot of oil, produce a lot of the oil in the country right now.
Was it silver or no metals? Iron? Was it iron? He's extracting iron. He's trying to, in the face of the people, use Americans to do it so we can keep the costs low, but also he can look like he's building the country back up also. By giving jobs.
And he's trying to make everything. He's trying to make basically America independent of these other countries and to be dependent upon itself. But we don't have enough resources to do such a thing. So that's what
everything's outsourced.
Yeah, everything is outsourced. So that's why Trump is doing what he's doing right now. And then this recent move with him firing James Comey, that basically just put more time restraint on their economic agenda, okay? To basically get everything in place for tax reform, economic reform, and basically towards they say around October, November, it's a possible collapse that just may happen, man.
Sure.
So because of that, it's. These people in this country are gonna get a rude awakening, man. All right, a lot of the banks, they're getting ready to drain their liquid, which means a lot of people that go to your banks, they're not gonna have cash sitting in the banks. So that's why a lot of economic advisors are saying people to, if you got cash in your bank accounts now, take that shit out, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And if I may say, I noticed there's a lot of credit cards that they're sending out to help you establish credit. They're doing a lot of that right now.
It's a crisis.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming a crisis. The credit-based system is becoming a crisis, man. You know? So it's a lot going on, man. He also mentioned about the real estate market.
Yeah.
They saying that's collapsing too, because you had a lot of condos in different parts of the country, especially in Florida, where a lot of the speculators were buying certain properties, but they realized that the demand was low and it's not being. They're having an issue selling those units.
And nobody got no job.
Because nobody's working.
I was just gonna say, because if all the jobs that are available are minimum wage jobs, that's why you got 3 or 4 families grouped up in one house.
Yeah.
You know, when there's to be 2 or 3 extra families that are offering these condos and in other houses, but you're building stuff, but the people can't afford it.
Yeah.
They can't afford it, and then you're not. Then government subsidies are being cut.
Yeah.
You know, so what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
You know, the fact that if you look around, that's why a lot of people flock here to Vegas, because they think it's cheaper and there's 24 hours worth of work. Yeah, that's true and all, but like I just heard a statistic over the past. This is Edomites talking. I overheard them, but they were saying because they're talking about moving. I'm trying to move to Oregon and get some new land, like because there's another. How many they say? Like 3 million people just moved into the Vegas Valley.
Yeah.
In the past year, like in a year, 3 million, and it kind of looks like it. There's more accidents, more people, more traffic.
All you gotta do is look at the license plates.
Yep.
When you're on the street,
Yep.
there's so many out of town license plates. It's ridiculous.
Man.
Yep.
You know, from everywhere.
Not
Every
just
state.
tourists. Yeah, not just
Every
tourists.
Alaska,
Yep.
Hawaii.
Yep. You
Yeah.
find all
You
kinds
know.
of places. And then for Hawaii, you're gonna bring your car. You
You
moved
bring
here.
you the move.
You know,
You shipped
you
your
just
car.
ain't got it switched over yet. You know.
Yeah, so everything is basically leading up to the economic collapse of Babylon, man. And once that happens, all hell's gonna break loose all over the country, man. All right, the retail industry is shutting down. A lot of Macy's is closing down. A lot of businesses are shipping overseas. Big name companies, man. Retail
GameStop
stores.
is shutting down.
Yeah,
gotta preach.
you know. So hey,
Ain't no more games.
this thing, hey, America is through. You know, it's crumbling, it's deteriorating, it's circling a drain. All right, Trump is gonna be that guy to lead to basically the downfall of Babylon, man.
Yeah.
All right, so our job as the men of the Lord is to just push out all this information and prepare, man. You know.
So it's like, let me say it like this. And if you be like, well, y'all was saying Obama was gonna be the guy. Obama was the guy.
He signed all
Obama,
that.
yeah, Obama set it up like just like Bush set up things for Obama. Obama set things up for Trump.
Huh.
You know, like but we weren't wrong on that prophecy saying that Obama was gonna do it. Obama did it. If you would have been paying attention to all the things he signed during his tenure, so to speak, his term, hey, he did his job.
Yeah.
He's part of this collapse as well. Just like Trump gonna be a major part of Trump, whether he's the one that martial law comes in with or not.
Yeah.
But the way and the speed it's moving looks like he's gonna be the guy. He got the face of the guy, and even that Illuminati board game says that he's the guy to do it.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't in that game for nothing, and he just fly by night not knowing what's going on. He knows what's going on. He's in the damn game.
You know.
It's like
The Simpsons know.
Yeah.
Shit, how did he not know?
the thing with Obama was to pacify everybody and get them comfortable. And he did that
Yeah.
because they wasn't going to let the collapse go under his watch because it had been too how can you say, too obvious. So he was the man to sign all the bills and push everything through.
Yep.
So when Trump get in, when Trump starts activating these laws, he gonna say, Obama did this.
Yep. They're blaming Obama right now
Obama did
for
this.
everything.
So all you niggas who voted for Obama, Trump gonna let y'all know what he did.
Yep.
That's gonna take a little bit of heat off of him, but he ain't gonna care because you niggas didn't vote for him no way.
Right.
He voted for Hillary.
Right.
So he ain't gonna have a problem cutting food stamps, Section 8, no assistance. He's not gonna have no problem cutting it because you didn't have no loyalty to him. He's not gonna have none to you. Mm-hmm. They're just gonna make it that much easier.
They said they just cut
you was holding, bro. You was holding something.
Yeah.
Let's get to the scriptures.
Yep.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:4. And the doors shall be shut in the street.
Start at the top.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and starting at 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
And basically meaning seek you the Lord while he may be found. Yep. All right, now is the time to seek mercy from Yahweh Shem Yahushai because everything is getting ready to get shut down, man. All right, it's about to be a total societal collapse. And people, the average person ain't going to know what to do, where it's coming from, you know, how to obtain. They ain't going to know how to do anything. It's just going to be full out panic mode, man. Mm-hmm. But at least the men of the Lord, which we've been out there constantly for years trying to warn our people, talking about you Negroes, Hispanics, and Natives. We've been trying to tell you to come to the Lord because if you do so, the Lord will, more than likely, he'll have mercy on you if you will be elect. And he'll preserve you and he'll guide you, you know, out of the turmoil that's getting ready to befall America, man. All right, so seek the Lord now while he may be found, man. All right, while the evil days come not, and right now we're approaching the evil day, which is better known as Jacob's trouble.
That's right.
You Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans, y'all getting ready to catch holy hell, man. Especially when this economy collapses, man. When there's no more oil getting to the gas stations, you know, because they cut off all the oil, you know, OPEC and all that shit, you know. Hey, that's gonna be the downfall, man. And then if they start putting oil in the gas stations, there goes your transportation. Mm-hmm. You don't have transportation, you can't get your products to the markets to fill up the shelves. All right, so that's out the window. Then you people gonna really panic because all the stores hold 3 days worth of supply, or a certain amount of supply. Once everybody go and siege that, the people that didn't get to it, what they're gonna do? All right, so it's gonna be crazy, man. Mm-hmm. So that's why the scriptures tell you, hey, man, you know, seek the Lord now, man. Go ahead.
While the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have pleasure in the days to come, man. And the Lord's gonna make sure of that. He gonna make sure nobody have any pleasure. And what's spiritual about that is because America is known for its pleasure. Mm-hmm. All right, thou that dwellest carelessly. All right, you deal in pleasure. We always go into it. As of recent, we've been going into the topic about the decadence of Babylon, man. That's
right, especially here in
overindulgence in luxury and comfortability, man. While your morality is straight up on a decline, man.
Yeah, just to say, Salaki, here in Vegas, we have a keen eye for that because it's so blatant and in the face of how the people of decadence, so to speak, are on the strip living it up. But then behind the strip, in the alleyways, you got Jake and you know, and the homeless people. The disparity is so blatant in your face here.
You got people living under the strip, you know.
Literally.
Up top, you got the richest and the wealthiest, the best casinos, best 5-star hotels, buffets, restaurants. Then underneath the strip, like the sewerways, you got people living underneath them.
That's right.
It's lucky. Vegas is known for disposable income.
That's it.
Anyone around the world, if you just want to throw your money away, you come to Vegas to dispose of your income.
That's it.
This place here is known for taking people to the hole. Mm-hmm. They come here rich, they leave poor.
Or they
come here in health, they die on the street.
Yep.
This place, you come here eating, overindulging, you go to the hospital. This place here is known for just that, disposing people, disposable income, man. So if you got money to trick off, Vegas is where you come.
Yep.
Yeah, you in love with vanity. You in love with the pleasures of your flesh. You come here, as long as you got the money, you come here and do what your heart's desire, man. You know, as long as you got the what they say, you got to pay to play.
Yep.
That's Vegas.
Yep.
You know, but ultimately, you know, that's, you know, the spirit of Babylon the Great.
Yep.
You know, everybody's consumed in materialism, you know, pleasure, folly, entertainment. And that's what this place is all about. Gluttony, greed, you know, basically greed.
Yeah, greed wins this time.
All right, so basically, in the midst of that spirit, the Lord is going to bring nothing but calamity and straight out misery. All right, and a lot of you people, you're going to forget that that prideful spirit that you're in. You're going to immediately forget it, man. Real quick. All right, that's why it says in the book of Sirach, there's a forgetfulness of affliction in the days of prosperity. Right now, you're comfortable, man. You have no idea what's ahead of you, what you're heading for. These economic advisors, they've been trying to warn you, but people don't watch stuff about the economy. They don't care about that. They worry about politics.
Yep. Life and death is in that economy, man.
Exactly.
Death or life and death is your meal. The ability to earn money to feed you and your family.
Exactly, man. You know, this guy Trump, he had a set goal of increasing the GDP, the U.S. GDP by 3%, but now
turned after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble.
Yeah, when the keepers of the house shall tremble. All right, that's talking about the merchantmen, all right, the men in Wall Street that watch for the economy. They're gonna start trembling, man. They understand that there's gonna be a collapse soon, man. That's gonna be a real stressful day when you see that stock market crash. That's gonna be real stressful for the nation, man. All right, but guess what? The Lord said, "Ain't no healing for Babylon. She will not be healed." You know. So read that again.
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
Yep.
and the strong men shall bow themselves,
Uh-huh.
and the grinders cease, because they are few.
That's your jobs. Okay? And like we just mentioned, the retail industry, that shit is shutting down, man. A lot of thousands of stores are shutting down or relocating away from the country. Okay? That's going to soar in a lot of unemployment. A lot of people losing their jobs, man. And then a lot of people going to fall into desperate situations. You know, prostitution is going to skyrocket.
It's
already high.
Sandwiches, man.
Sandwiches gonna go up.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Selling for sandwiches, man.
Making sandwiches and shit, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna get worse than that, man. You know, even these corporate women that's, you know, they sitting on that pedestal, they even gonna resort to doing shit like that, man.
I gotta say this. I'm not gonna put no brother out there, you know. But somebody, there was a brother that said, "Hey, man, look at the state that the world is in." They went on what was that back page, and was like, "Look at the beautiful women that's on here. They're all like Instagram models. This is the level of women that's selling themselves now. Back when you had these little low-level chicks, you know, selling you can get a deal, all of them was top-notch because they pushing the little ugly chicks out the, you know, the little ugly was out the way because the grinding, there's no work for them. They got to make ends meet. They got to make money. So they're selling themselves to make ends meet. Beautiful women.
Let's lock it. I got to say this too. A lot of these women have a choice. They are caught up in vanity.
And that's part of it.
That's their main thing. They want the fake hair. They want the clothes. They all want to be basketball wives. They want to live like basketball wives. They want to talk down to men and have all the luxuries that a man has to offer without the man. That's why they selling themselves, and they don't care about selling themselves because they have been told that there's nothing wrong with being a slut. So this is the main reason why these women is doing this backpack. And a lot of them, once you take that makeup and the hair and all, they ragamuffins any goddamn way. You can fix anything up when you like. Obama told what's her name doing his run. You can put a wig on a pig and give her a gig. So ain't nothing special about these bras, man.
Yeah.
They all fake anyway.
Yeah.
They fix themselves up.
Not to change the spirit,
Yeah.
you know. But this ties into what we're talking about. This shows you the day and age that we're really in. That we're at. This is the end right here. Women have been glorified on such a level, they're still trying to keep that glory to themselves. But a sign of the times is how you men, especially you men of the Lord, but you men should be looking at the situation. These women are so desperate for attention and money or whatever else, and what did you just call it? Not fame. You said what was it? Vanity. Yeah, they're so caught up in vanity that they'll do anything for it. But you gotta know who's really running the table. As a man, you should be running the table, because once everything we're talking about, this economy collapse and all of this happens, guess who they're gonna have to turn to eat? They're turning to you now to trick off to feed them. So guess when all the government breaks down, then what?
That's where Isaiah 4:1 comes into place.
Yeah, women are naturally dependent, man. There's no such thing as an independent woman. They're gonna damn sure come to you when there's no food and everything is scarce, or when that vaginal aisle in Walmart or wherever that is scarce.
Yeah.
They're gonna have no choice but to humble down, man. All right.
When there's no more wigs,
Yeah.
no more nail shops, no more eyebrow threading,
And not to mention dealing with this Korean conflict. It's been news reporting that they have the technology to let off an EMP over the U.S. And that the U.S. is basically defenseless when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So
you can do.
y'all try to fuck with North Korea, they can shut your whole shit down, man.
Hey.
Everything will come to a set still.
And it'll
Be-
just
it'll be
from
just-
the end.
It'll be just like the stone. Go back to the Stone Age.
Hey, it'd be worse.
Yeah.
This is worse than a missile.
I keep saying that, bro. It'd be
Man,
worse
EMP
than a
is
bomb.
worse than a missile, man.
Yeah.
Because
Really?
now you're gonna have everyone fighting amongst themselves just to get a piece of bread.
Hey, this is what what was his name in the movie?
And
Bane. Yeah, Bane. This is
Bane.
what Bane was telling people. He just threw the idea of there being a bomb to blow up Gotham City, and people were already starting to. And then martial law, people were already starting to go crazy, and that. But that's the same thing. That EMP really hit, man. You gonna see
Take away the
Gotham
power,
truly,
boy.
man.
Hey, there goes your food in the freezer, the refrigerator. That's gone.
Your
all
your
amusements.
cars, your iPhones,
yeah, your beloved worshiping phone, cell phone, smartphones.
your social media, your Instagram. No more Instagram.
No more vanity. No
You
more.
cut off
vanity.
communications. You
go
communicate with the people in your vicinity only.
Yeah, like they used to be, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ain't no long distance communication.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And then they tried to show you in Batman versus Superman, when Superman he was able to circumvent the detonation of the bomb,
Yeah.
and he was able to push it into like the desert somewhere or wherever he ended up. When it blew, it still had the impact to cut off all the power in Gotham City. All right, so just imagine when your city is without electricity, without power. man.
Every night, chaos.
Yeah.
No street lights.
You guys don't know what gross darkness is, man. You guys have no clue. You have no clue what gross darkness is.
Hey, that's why we believe like a
Moonlight
part
on
of
it.
because when the Lord said, I believe it's in Second Measures or Wisdom of Solomon, one of those books where it says He's gonna plague Egypt as with the plagues before.
Yeah.
And one of those plagues was darkness.
Yeah, man.
Hey, the
I
Lord.
think it was the ninth one.
Huh?
Was it the ninth one? I think it was the ninth plague, right before the children.
I'm not sure, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the plagues
last ones,
of
yeah,
Egypt,
man.
man. Total darkness,
Oh, I
man.
know
You
what
couldn't
you're
see
talking
nothing.
about. Let me look.
So if they was if North Korea was to in fact hit an EMP over the United States at nighttime, y'all done, man.
Yeah.
People gonna be afraid to walk out of their house. You gonna stay within your vicinity.
Kind of goes extremely to a dog eat dog.
Yeah.
Kind of I want to say
World.
vicinity, kind of a world. You know, it goes to pure necessity only. You know, no more pleasure in anything. Because once the electricity cut off, like the brothers was going into, that's your phones, your tablets, your TVs. your cars. You depending on fire to cook because that's the only way you cooking. You know?
Anything that illuminates electrical,
It's done.
it's out of there.
Back to candles.
So yeah, you know. So at nighttime, especially in the city, if you're in an urban area, that's where it's gonna be the worst in the cities, man. It's gonna be the worst because of the population. All right. That's where women is gonna have the biggest disadvantage ever. All right. You know, it'll be brutal, man.
And see, that's when 911 needs 911.
Yeah.
You can't dial them.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to dial them.
Police ain't going to work. How they go? They finna try to go protect their homes.
Yeah.
They don't know what's gonna happen, so they gonna be protecting home. They ain't gonna care about you.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna even go to work. They can't go to work in the cars.
No.
Yeah.
911 is over.
But I don't remember what I said.
Looking for that?
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
I believe it's in second measures.
I'm looking with it silent.
Yeah,
but I remember
it's in second measures.
Yeah.
I believe it's like 15 or 16.
Oh, I think I know what
Got
you're doing. Yeah.
15, 11.
15. Read it. I read it. It's awesome. Oh yeah, but there's one of them that actually describes it.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon goes into how they.
That's the one I was looking for.
Yeah, the severity of how it came down.
Where's that at?
That's Wisdom of Solomon. I believe it's 17th chapter.
Yeah, that's what I know right now. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that one. 16 seconds for you. Matter of fact, if I can hit this other scripture first. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to it.
Let me hit this right quick. Isaiah 32, we're talking about the winter time, right? Isaiah 32:9. I'm gonna go straight to the point now. It says, matter of fact, verse 2, then I'm gonna jump down now. It says, a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, not just any man, a man of the Lord. You know, so all this shit y'all talk to the man of the Lord, you don't recognize the power of his spirit is from the Most High God. He ain't gonna defend you in that day, just like the Most High not gonna defend the world against the 2/3 versus him defending the wind of the Lord. You know, so you're not gonna have that hedge of protection from the Most High that's dealing with that man of the Lord, or willing to protect you either, unless you're joined unto that. That makes sense? How I said it?
Yeah, well, basically, you women that's gonna get mercy from the Lord are the women who are with the men of the Lord. That's pretty much it.
Right.
She shall be saved in childbearing if she continue in faith and charity and all sobriety.
Holiness without sobriety.
Holiness without sobriety. That's for those women. Those women are going to be protected with the men. They're going to be with the men who the Lord is going to be guiding through the Spirit.
Yeah.
But the rest of you women, that's it for you.
Yeah.
You didn't have your time. You didn't dealt in your pride.
Yeah.
All right, you selling your pedestal long enough.
Yep.
And now it's time for you to be humiliated, brought down low, trampled underfoot.
Because these jobs, this education system, and society upholding this woman on that pedestal, man, they're about to crumble. And you women that use that position of power of the pussy, you know, the bar, the box, if y'all really use that like that against men, you know, that's when the Lord ain't gonna defend you with that, man. The men of the Lord ain't gonna defend you. The Lord ain't gonna defend you when you get that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read it again from chapter 2. It says, this is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. And the man shall be in a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. And that basically saying they're gonna be the answer to all your needs in that day. Right? So let me jump down. What needs you may think? What needs will you have? Well, verse 9 says it. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters.
And I'll say this, we didn't even want to go into women like that. Man.
No.
The spirit that kind of took it there. Because we understand when this economy collapses, the main people that are going to be the most vulnerable and affected in that is these women.
Right.
Because women are very dependable.
And these men with women type mentalities and spirits on them as well.
Exactly.
You know, so this is why this ties in. You know, if we're not really going just on women, we're just talking about Y'all the weaklings of the weak of the people, man, of the Americans. So people are those that's in these places. You know? It says give ear unto my speech. How? I said, many days and years shall ye be troubled, you careless women. It like restarts it. Salaki. Anyway. Yeah, my video calling now. She ain't gonna be defended when that day comes, man. I'm just gonna be.
Yeah, that's real too. She been one of the.
Yeah, she been begging for it. Yeah, she been asking for destruction for her. Man. You know, the shit that she done anyway. You know, I'm just reading. I just finished reading.
Yeah.
It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Part of that vintage is the economy. Now we mainly talk about the government subsidies, but when the economy collapsed, that's collapsing right with it. They dropped that EMP, all that collapses anyway, because transaction is done electronically. If all the electronics is gone, guess what? There's no more transactions. There's no more lights to look in the mirror and cell phones, and all that's gone. So they're the ones that's going to really feel it. This society is primed for complete destruction. That's why the other countries are the enemies of America.
You know?
That's ultimately what we're living at the end of the of Esau's world into Jacob. You know? When this economy goes belly up, hey, Esau's he's gonna go through it, man. That's when you're gonna realize the curses is now on Esau. You know? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Yeah, you better start mourning, man, because you getting ready to catch it.
It's like you know.
Yeah.
It's Satan, man. That's part of this also, man. A lot of you people are agents of Satan, man. Y'all gonna be used to warn the men of the Lord, man. You know, like as examples of what not to do. Y'all gonna get destroyed, man. And a lot of these perils that we're talking about is gonna come upon you, straight up. You know, she called me for some bullshit, man. You know, somebody else that you know is calling me for somebody with ain't got nothing to do with me. And I didn't answer, don't fuck with me. But the point being, a lot of y'all gonna tremble because you're at ease, not thinking nothing's nothing. You know this is what I do on this day. You know, so when you guys are used as agents of Satan, and Satan's able to put his spirit on you, hey, that's basically saying that you're gonna be in the way of these people that's gonna get jacked up. And a lot of you are women. No? Well, I keep reading that, bro.
They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
Your children as well. You know, the men of the Lord's children gonna be all right. The men of the Lord's women that are right with him in the spirit, through the spirit of Yahweh, they gonna be all right. But all the rest of you, man, all the rest of you that use them kids and use the position in this society against you, you gonna get jacked up, man. Straight up. Was there a little more on there? I think it is.
My people shall come up thorns and briars.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Good job.
Yeah, you was in second measures, right?
I was in second measures.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the first one I had was in 16, I think. Then I was gonna jump back over. Yeah, second measures 15 and
12. Actually,
10.
10.
Yeah,
start at 10.
Yeah. Second Ezra 15 and 10 says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Yeah, by the society, man. Obama got y'all all comfortable and to just believing everything's gonna be all right. Trump is out there parading his military might, thinking everything gonna be sweet.
My internet just shut down.
Peace.
Satan, bro. We in these last days,
yeah,
man.
both of the streams just shut down.
It did. They gonna shut down too.
Yeah, I'm about to see if it brought back up.
Yeah, that's nothing I can do with mine. But this, you know.
Yeah, that's Satan.
Yeah, both of us.
They up still?
Kind of up.
All right, come.
Well, all right, kind of. So
Yeah, read it again.
Yeah, 2 Ezra 15:10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. About time we get up out of here, right? Yep. Said, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
Yeah, that's gonna happen here, man. In this Egypt.
Mm-hmm. And let me say this, bro. I don't mean to cut you off,
go ahead.
but I just want to say, the Spirit kind of hit me to say it. All of you Jakes, man, that walked out of Egypt the first time and complained when you got into the wilderness, a lot of y'all gonna get jacked up in Egypt, gonna be left in Egypt to get jacked up with Egypt this time. Some of you gonna get out and get jacked up in the wilderness, but some of y'all gonna stay right here and get jacked up with the plagues of Egypt as well.
You know what I think? I think the Jakes that the 2/3 here, none of them gonna make it into the wilderness.
Right.
But you're gonna have Israelites outside of Babylon that's gonna end up in the wilderness that the Lord is gonna purge out.
That makes a lot of
here
sense.
In Babylon, ain't no nigga getting out of here, man.
Yeah.
He's through. Niggas are through here in Babylon, man.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. You know, they ain't got no way out. They're gonna taste destruction. All right.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
Yeah, one of those plagues was darkness.
Mm-hmm.
He played Egypt with darkness that it was so dark that you couldn't even see what was in front of you. Imagine if an EMP was to actually go off. That's how dark it'll be in this country, man. All right, if you in those mountainous terrains, it's gonna be pitch black, man.
Yeah.
You in the country where like the woods, where there's a lot of trees and stuff like that. Down south in the country, it's gonna be pitch black, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
You know, you ain't gonna be able to leave the house until the sun coming up.
Okay.
You know,
it's too late. If you ain't got your night vision on, man. If you ain't adept to moving through wooded areas, swamps, or whatever, in the pitch of dark, when there's all types of wild beasts out there. Hey, man, like there's these crackers out there doing that, man. These rednecks is out there doing that. And as soon as they see a brown face, man, they ain't gonna hesitate. Cause you showing up around them is letting them know they ain't setting these traps for nothing. They ain't doing all this hunting and teaching little 4-year-olds to lay down and snipe you. They ain't teaching them that for nothing. They gonna use that on you.
To back up what you were saying, when I was down south, you know, I heard gunshots every day. Mm-hmm. I never heard that many gunshots. And it was some loud, something Jake don't got, you know, because you know Esau was blessed with a sword, so that's what he put his full trust in. Yeah. And they shoot every day.
Yeah, they making bullets
sharp. Because they making their own bullets too. Ain't no Jake making his own bullets.
Right.
That's why we can't fight with Esau carnally, you know. Our blessing was in Yahweh Shem Yahweh, while their blessing was in the weapon.
Exactly right, bro.
That's right.
I got that. Yeah. Well, let me finish this, and then it's perfect for you to read that. It says, verse 11. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
Yep.
I gotta read this too. No. Go ahead. Yep.
This is Exodus 10 and 21.
Yep.
And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand toward the heavens, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt. Mm-hmm. Even darkness.
Hey, it said what? Stretch your hands.
Stretch out your hand.
Forth where?
Toward heaven.
Towards heaven.
Yep.
Hey, if they let off an EMP, where's it gonna come from?
Yep.
In the heavens.
They ain't coming. They ain't gonna dig a tunnel from China all the way through and send it that way. That's not going on.
Nah.
You know, it's gotta come
over in the atmosphere, man.
Yeah.
And it's gonna cut out all the circuits, and that's it. Yeah. Everything come to a halt. Stop immediately, man.
God.
People in the middle of let's say for instance,
trains.
Yeah, trains gonna stop. Yeah,
trains gonna stop. On a subway stop, man. In New York, deep on Chicago.
Imagine they're in the middle of a basketball game in the arenas, or in the middle of the football, the Super Bowl. Right now they had the NBA. They doing the NBA Finals. Just imagine everything cutting off in the middle of the game.
Well, they had that football game. The game that cut off with the power
Ravens.
went off.
The Ravens.
The Raven game.
The Ravens
Shut
versus
the power off.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
So just imagine that though. These people gonna freak out, man.
And then man,
People fighting all
Don't
over the
come back
bleachers
on.
and the stands and shit.
Yeah, and it don't come back.
People tripping, trampling over each other, man, trying to get up the steps to make an exit. They don't know where the exit is at. You know what I'm saying? Like there's shit like that, man.
The generator, the generator's not gonna come on, man. The generator's not coming on to put a little bit of light and some power back into it. That's not
to mention phones shut too.
No cell
phones shut down.
You better have a lighter in your pocket.
Gonna burn somebody.
That's it.
Complete lawlessness starts right there. Once
somebody do this with a lighter. If I'm standing there, I'm about to take your lighter. I'm gonna need that. Just if you think, so that starts the lawlessness right there.
Women and children crying and screaming, getting trampled.
The first person trip starts it. The stampede.
Yeah. So read that.
Let's go again. Exodus 10:21. And the Lord said unto Moses.
Hey, Salah, through the terrors of the Lord, we persuade men. This ain't even the missiles. This is just if an EMP hit. This is just the darkness that a lot of people will and think about it. When it said that we stability, a lot of you niggas are afraid of the dark, man. Y'all watch all them scary movies. A lot of y'all can't deal with darkness like that. When we start going into, I'm gonna read some of this. When we read into this, man, you guys ain't ready. Imagine what Egypt went through.
The terrorizing Egyptians,
man. Like the brother saying, going into you can't just read this for you can't just read it. You gotta
envision.
You gotta envision this. Because it's all gonna come. That's why Prophet Edris said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days, Because the Most High put that vision in his mind. And that was at these times,
At these times.
And that was times back then when he seen what happened today. So imagine just the thoughts that was going through his mind. And we the Most High sent us dreams too of the destruction, But it's easier for us to swallow, yet it's still hard. But it was way harder for Prophet Edris to see that back then.
Yeah, he's like, what TV? What is
he was in
that?
He was
there.
in 3D, man.
Yeah.
Knowing and that
it was like a time lapse.
He probably shot him in there and he just seeing people running.
What the?
And just picture what he went through, because technology is increased now,
Hey, and Ezra, knowing reincarnation, Ezra is back and he's prophesying about this, man. He's prophesying. He's trying to wake Jake up right now. Y'all better get the fuck. Hey, y'all better get serious, man. Y'all better come back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Y'all know what's really popping right now? All the prophets are back and they back warning Jake.
Yeah.
All right. So hey, we in that time right now, man.
We breathe.
And the brothers, Salakia, and brothers recently been doing experiments on YouTube on which camps are really prophesying and who's not. You really, when you go into the prophecies and you type it in on Google or on YouTube, GMS. Only Great Millstone videos are popping up, man. What does that tell you?
Salakia, quick pre, the brother from Hawaii put it up. This is Salakia. Where is it?
2nd Ezra 15? Is that the one?
No, it's Revelation 19:10.
Okay, come.
This is from the brother from Hawaii. It says, and I fell at his and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not, I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
If you don't have if you're an Israelite, and you're not prophesying, you're not of the Heavenly Father. You're not of Yahweh Shai, man. Nope. He's not going to defend you, man. Because the whole power of this whole thing isn't about teaching the right ways of the law, teaching the right ways of how you treat your fellow brother. Yeah, that stuff is important, but the real, true, deep power of it is in this prophecy, man. Because the prophecy is a warning, and the warning is going to keep you fearful in a state to treat your brother right, to follow the laws, to do the other things. But it starts with the fear of of the Heavenly Father and the prophecies of what He's gonna do.
Right. Yep.
That warning, So it all ties in. So if you ain't pushing out the spirit of prophecy, man, you better check to see if you be in the faith. You know.
Yep. That was it.
God, that's the
To tell the prophecy thing. Yeah.
Back to Exodus 10 and 21.
So this is in a sense, though this is history, this is still a prophecy because we read the prophecy in the second entrance. Go ahead, bro.
And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt.
Hey, how do you, I don't know if y'all ever been in a situation, in darkness, like you can't, you feel something, but you don't know what's there. Like, you can feel gross darkness, man. I think that's how we phrase it, right?
Like when you send somebody behind you.
But ain't nobody there. Like, somebody touched me, and ain't nobody there, you know? And in the dark, when we gonna get into this one?
It's just like when you blindfolded and you walking, and you have no choice but to put your hand out in front of you because you feel like something's close to you.
It's like your ears start getting, your spiral senses start
like we was talking about. It's like your hair. Your hairs feel all your surrounding, you know?
Yep.
And that's a major plague, man. That's a terrorizing plague.
Your other senses become heightened when you lose another sense.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's gonna bug you people out, man.
And the sense that the extra sense that we have that'll make the difference is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that'll guide us how to deal with it. That the rest of you won't have.
Hey, even in darkness, we still gonna be enlightened.
Here we go. Let's read there. Here we go. Verse 22. And Moses stretched forth his hands toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in the land of Egypt for 3 days.
Hey, man, that day y'all go 72 hours. Hey, that same 3 days, 72 hour, the store's gonna be empty. So you on that 71st, the first 12 hours, the stores is gonna be empty. As soon as that hit, everybody gonna run through that. Man. Then after the next few days after that, guess what?
Picking up crackers off the floor.
They gonna be doing that. When you finally get back there on the third day, guess what's gonna happen to you? You gonna be the fool at that moment you show up at that store on the third day.
Verse 23. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days.
And they didn't want to move. That's how. People gonna be like that. You ain't gonna want to move. You ain't gonna want to say nothing. You ain't gonna just be like, man, I ain't going outside. Yeah, I can't see shit.
Yeah, but you gotta remember also, they were afraid to move because the Lord was plaguing them with other shit besides darkness.
Right.
They were hearing shit and the Lord was plaguing them with apparitions.
That's why I didn't.
So it was like no matter what, they tried to sleep it off. They try to see if they can escape it, but even in their sleep, the Lord was tormenting their ass in their sleep. You know, so the Lord's gonna make it to where you're gonna be afraid. All this pride that you Americans got, the Lord's gonna bring it all the way down.
And what did it say? The person said, was that like 66? Something like that. It says, Deuteronomy 28:66, something like that said, and day you're gonna wish it was night, and at night you're gonna wish it was day. Like you don't want to be woke, but because you're gonna be scared to go to sleep, but then you're gonna want to go to sleep because you're gonna be scared to what you have to deal with while you woke. It's gonna be that goes every day, Jake. But when this comes, it's gonna have full fruition of that when this comes.
Verse 23 again. They saw not one another, neither any rose from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings.
That's literal. They had light where they was at, and that shows you the difference between where the Egyptians were and where Israel was at. We was always held safe, but also that's spiritual too because we hold the light of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is this knowledge. You know, if you got that knowledge with you, that's going to be your stability. In that time, you're going to be the only ones with the light in the midst of gross darkness. Okay?
And it's already spiritually started now. A lot of you people out there are straight gross darkness, man. The Lord only wants to have light to see what's really going on, to see that the EMP can destroy you, like to see the economic collapse, to see the prophecies, to see the mark of the beast, the RFID chip technology, on and on and on. You know?
Yeah, That's let me get a quick brief. This is Isaiah. Isaiah 60:1. It says, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord Yahweh is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee."
What scripture is that?
Isaiah 60. You know? Basically, that light is this knowledge, man. If you under Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, ultimately you have that light, man. You know, so when the Lord actually plagued this place, those that got the light are still going to be safe. All right. Isaiah 60 and 1. "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness
And the
shall
glory,
cover
what's the
the
glory
earth."
of the Lord? His knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. His spirit given unto us to be able to see amongst all this darkness, whether it's spiritual darkness and spiritual light versus literal darkness and literal light. You know, it may be dark for our carnal eyes also, but we'll have the light with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be able to see through what's going on. You know, like it might be 3 days that we have to go through this as well. I would select you since you stood in Isaiah, so the brother posted 59:10. You can look down too. Who posted it?
GMSC is hired servants.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
It says Isaiah 59:10. "We grope for the wall like the blind,
Yep.
and we grope as if we had no eyes."
Yep. Hey, and people are literally going to do that, but we're doing that spiritually now anyway. It's just like look, trying to feel for something.
Or they run into it.
You don't know what's out there.
And we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noonday as in the night.
Hey, you stumble. Hey, when you come up to the minute of the Lord, it's like noonday. It's like the brightest point of your life, really. You know, you come up to the minute of the Lord. We're trying to shine this light. It's too bright. Some of y'all are like, nah, I can't deal with it. It's too bright over here. So you disrespect us and walk on down the street, not realizing that was your chance to have physical light in your life versus the darkness. You know.
We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men.
Yep. That's our people's spirit.
Romans chapter 13, verse, I'm going to start at 11. It says, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep."
And that's the same thing. When you sleep, usually your eyes are closed, but your physical eyes are darkened to where you can't see what actually is. Like it says in the 13th chapter of Corinthians, we see through a glass darkly. You know, but that you people live that way. Like at least we can kind of see through. Yours has got that limo tint on. You can't see it. That's the rest of you. You know, we see a lighter version of the tint. Y'all got that limo tint, and y'all can't see nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
And spiritually, those of our people out in the dark, what are they? They're basically in the world. They to Esau's philosophy, you know, getting brain dirty from his philosophy. He's you're busy with the pride of life. You know, you out there clubbing. You know, you out there committing all type of wickedness, and you're blinded from your wicked deeds, man. You know, and you're staying in the dark, lest your deeds be reproved by the light. That's why a lot of people don't want to come into the truth, because they know they have to come out of that darkness once they step into this thing.
Yeah.
It says, "For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe."
Yep, this is that time, man. And it's got to get darker in the world to get through this into the light of the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light."
A lot, like his brother said, a lot of you don't want to do that. A lot of you Jakes don't want to do that, man. A lot of y'all don't want to humble down. Y'all still caught up in that feel, that vanity, that feeling of, instead of that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding level of life. You know, of start with fear and humility.
Yeah.
You know?
It says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness. You know, that's partying and drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It says, and not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy, but put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
We could do this on any plague, a lesson like this on any plague. We just happen to be going into darkness because Korea talking that shit. You know? That, hey, I can drop that now. I ain't gotta wait. You know, I can drop it now. And hey, if I drop that now without you setting a missile off, you might not get to shoot a missile off.
Take away the power.
You know, like that's how cold this could be. But we know America has to shoot something off also to hit other parts of the world. But same, you know, like with that. So we're just going into one level of a plague, man. That can happen. But this is how hard this is going to be, man. This is and. When I read this, man, if you brothers that know about Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, man, if you're afraid of the dark, man, you better pray. Straight up, man, you better pray, because I mean, them apparitions, man, there's really gonna be newly created creatures out there that you gotta worry about. That's among all the other beasts, right? That's among all. That's besides all the other beasts that's just out there. The regular old lions and rabid dogs and Rottweilers and you know all types of other snakes and whatever the hell else. That's beyond all that stuff.
Like you were saying, that's not the worst. The worst is the spirits that the Most High gonna send on you. You know, because he not gonna plague the flesh. You know, he gonna plague your mind.
That's right.
Like the brother was going into. He gonna have it to where you can't sleep. Mm-hmm. You know, and then you gonna be worried about everything around you too. And if your mind is plagued while you can't sleep, and you know sleep is supposed to be your rest, then imagine how that's gonna be.
Hey man, when your baby is so hungry it can't stop crying, but it's letting the animals know where you at, and your woman on her period, and the blood is in the air. Yeah, like man, you can see this thing getting bad, man. You can see this thing getting bad. You can see how you're gonna be like, well, we just gonna eat that baby. Get it to stop crying, because they keep crying. People keep coming and taking from us with guns. They ain't killed us yet, but they come take and beat us up. Look, I done broke my arm. I can't lift to do this or that or fight back. Man, it's gonna get bad out there, man. And if you guys aren't really meditating into this type of thing, man, and you get to it. I'm gonna just say it like that and get to it, man, because we gotta be able to deal with this stuff as men of the Lord. But the rest of you, this stuff is coming for you, man. The vintage shall fail. The way the world is now, for you women especially, the world is going to change from this, man. This secure world of I go outside and you go out to the corner where the stoplight is at. Let a stoplight stop working. People lose their mind off a stoplight on one corner. Imagine there's nothing going on. There's no stoplights working, no street lights working. You know, and then still give you cars, but cars will be gone. Imagine the lawlessness that's going to happen.
God, a terror also comes when you hear sound that you can't see. You know, that's a big one. You know, you hear. Just say you in the dark and you hear a pit.
No, I don't mean to spirit off, bro. I'm just saying you gonna have plenty of time to talk about that because this goes into all of that, bro.
Go ahead.
Yeah, one more quick pre, and then we can go into it. Yeah. This is Ephesians chapter 5. And 14, it says, wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahweh shall give thee light. And that's talking about Jake.
Yep.
It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, meaning to be prudent. Yep. Redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Yeah.
And on a prudent man, he foreseeth the evil, and he hideth himself, but the simple passeth on and are punished. All right, Jake, that I don't want to listen to the men of the Lord out there trying to warn them to get right with the Heavenly Father. You know, come back to his your heritage. You know, try to keep the commandments to the best of your ability. Call upon the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. A lot of them, they're going to pretty much remain in the dark, and it's going to be too late for them. And then a lot of them that are still in the dark, they're going to try to do something about it, but they're going to be led to the wolves in sheep's clothing that's leading them to that dark ditch.
That's right.
One of them is Nate, Johanna, Bubble Like Blackfish, so on and so forth, man.
And all you other Yahweh ben Yahwehs, all you other
Yeah, all these guys,
all
man.
you other guys, man.
All them sellouts, all you dudes that's under that 501c3. And y'all been under the scope lately, man. You know, we know about a lot of you guys that have sold out, man. You done sold Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai out.
Yep.
You sold your people out, man.
We don't care how long your organization been around.
Yeah.
Because none of that matters. What matters is that you are a believer on the whole truth when the day of the Lord comes, man.
Yep.
You know? That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
I got a quick one and I'll go into that. I'm gonna start up. Yeah, 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 7. It says, "And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders." Slocky, did you grab that growth like this?
It was 16-2.
Yeah, just hold on to it for a second. It says, "And within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways." All you that are led by those wolves in sheep's clothing, that when we were trying to warn you about those wolves in sheep's clothing, that you just like, fan the hand at us, you know. GMS, they just the worst of the worst, and on and on and on. All right, we're going to see. It says, "which have now abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments." You're gonna be tormented, man. You're gonna be tormented, man. Starving to death is torment. Being in gross darkness is torment. Not knowing what's gonna happen or how long this is gonna last. You think on the first 3 hours of that gross darkness, the Egyptians knew it was gonna go another 65 hours, 69 hours or whatever it was. You think they knew that? But by the 28th hour, you think that they was like, "Oh, this is never gonna end." The 49th hour, it's never gonna end. You know? It says, "And they that have loathed my law, while yet had liberty," like we read earlier, "come to thy Creator in the days of thy youth, before the evil days come nigh." This is still that time. This is still that time. It says, when place and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
A lot of you jakes, y'all gonna find out the hard way, man. You know, you're gonna die a horrible, painful death, and then you're gonna come back in the kingdom of shame. You know, everlasting shame and contempt. All right. A lot of you walk in great pride, man. That's your problem, man. You got so much damn pride on you. You know, but what the scriptures say, it's gonna be many miseries is gonna be done unto them that have walked in great pride. You know, so that's what's gonna happen, man. You know.
Let's go back to what you was just doing. This is Isaiah 30:12. "Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression."
Yep, you that's you niggas in the wilderness. Like, man, I actually like going to work every day in Egypt. I miss the food I was able to buy and eat, but you free, and the Most High is really dealing with you. You know, like we just get. You say that after manna and quail and water, just fresh, beautiful, wonderful, sweet water was just given unto us. That's how you're appreciative to being free. You know. Go ahead, bro.
They trust in oppression and perverseness.
Mm-hmm. That's why they always asking, Esau can make it, right? That's why Jacob always want to know where Esau at in this. And not only where he at, like we go, he the devil. We tell him he the devil. Like, nah, I don't know about that. Jacob always want Esau to be there too.
There's devils too.
There's niggas that's devil, and there's some good white
Jay
folks too.
He gotta be the devil before the white man is the devil.
Right, and then they want the white man to make it more than he wants himself and his own people to make it. You know?
Trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Mm-hmm. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Yep.
swelling out in a high wall, those breaking coming suddenly.
Like the levees in Louisiana and during Katrina. All of a sudden, like they done been through Category 5 storms before. But when them levees broke, that changed. That was to the second event that went down. Yeah. You know, just to speak on that. But when the breaches of safety break, hey, it's gonna be all out chaos, man. It's gonna be all out chaos. People lost their mind during Katrina, and it's 3-4 feet of water. But imagine this darkness is going to completely cover everything. We're just particularly talking about the darkness. The darkness is going to cover everything. Everything, man. Like, man, is there more?
No, that was it on that.
You got one?
This is Ecclesiasticus 27 and 28. Mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them.
Yeah, that's for you scoffers and you scorners.
Yep.
Those that didn't take this thing serious.
Non-believers, yep.
Non-believers, man. But especially it said you mockers, though.
Yep.
All right, you mocking the men of the Lord. You know, you think our end is to basically just deteriorate, just die off, and nothing's gonna happen. Everything we saying is not gonna come to pass. You know, like it says in 2 Peter 3, you're gonna have scoffers in the last days walking after their own lust. You know, saying all things that continue since the beginning. You know, where is this coming? When is he supposed to show up?
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna happen in my time. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna have grandkids and they gonna have grandkids. You know.
No, my great-grand. People will say that, like, nah, maybe not this time. My great-grandkids.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's you.
Yeah.
You might as well just be you now. But, you know, they don't know that. But just saying, like, even if it happened in your kid's lifetime.
Yeah, everybody that's saying that, the Lord gonna make sure that this is that generation that's gonna see all this shit happen, man. Yeah. He gonna make sure all you people that got that mentality, he gonna preserve you to see it, man. And you're gonna be in it, and you're gonna go through it, man.
That's something that our forefathers, like, you know, our grandfathers said. No, it's gonna happen, but not in this lifetime. Yeah, they were right, but guess what? They passed that down to you, and you want to continue to say that. But hey, you got to see it though. Mm-hmm. This is a generation for us to see it. Mm-hmm. Like it says in Isaiah 14:21, our forefathers, how's it go? Prepare slaughter for his children. For the iniquities of their father. Hey, they helped put this down together, and so did we. We all had a hand in this, so we all got to deal with it. But this is the generation that actually has to deal with it. That tab that's left, that's not just for Esau. Our people got to deal with that tab as well.
Every generation has its miseries.
Mm-hmm.
The 60s, they was in misery. Before the 60s, they was in misery. This generation hasn't seen pain yet.
Okay.
This generation has to go through this. Mm-hmm. This generation has trusted in Egypt. Yep. Matter of fact, let's go right here. This is Isaiah 31. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Let me say this to tie it in. Because the reason we read these all together, because you think that this is the way it's supposed to be. And that, you know, because we haven't had that great tribulation in this generation, you know, as far as all the people in this generation haven't had that, you think it's going to be all right, that this is just how it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to go through slavery and this and that, and then the KKK running up in your house. We're not supposed to go through that. Well, guess what? There is a negative event that's coming that we're supposed to go through in this generation. You're just being primed, so when it hits you, it's going to hit you so hard, you're not going to know what's going on. Okay. But you had a warning, and you're going to know from the Heavenly Father that did it and that warned you. You know?
Yeah, every generation got to go through some misery, man.
Mm-hmm. And this one hasn't yet.
This one hasn't. This is the all-inclusive generation. We all one.
Mm-hmm.
Love.
The most proudest generation ever, too, man.
Walk hand in hand. So y'all got stuck on Martin Luther King. This generation was raised with Martin Luther King, walking hand in hand with your oppressor. Yep. You know, my dream is to see white children and black children holding hands
on the mountaintop.
This generation ain't seen that misery yet, but it's coming. Yeah. You know, this generation actually, like no other generation before it, trust in Egypt.
Yep. They're dependent. The trust is more dependency.
on you.
Yeah.
And they don't believe that this white man, not that he can't do nothing wrong, is not going to fall.
Right.
There's no way the white man can fall. His army is too strong. His military is just too strong. You know, his economy is just too strong.
He gonna make something happen.
Jake is too patriotic.
Patriotic ass.
Why are you proud about the land of your own captivity? You forgot about how you even got over here, man. What this white man did to you to obtain his society. You built up his kingdom. This was all built and set for him, not you. You're still in the pissy, shitty ghetto. You're still the last hired, first fired.
It's a lot like Bill said. Jake they call his hands with Edomites at them Trump rallies, right?
Yeah.
But after the Trump, and it's all we all one inclusive. But then after the end of that, though, what happens? They go to their suburbs, you go to your ghettos and projects.
Police back on your ass.
Yep. If you can make it out of there, where the Trump rally was done.
Jake has forgotten who the enemy is, you know?
Yep.
Just like Nate.
Yep. Nate, because he works for the enemy, right? Nate literally is telling y'all, don't hate the enemy.
Yeah.
Don't hate the
talk
enemy.
about it.
Don't talk about it.
The last time the white man really had his foot on Jake's neck was the 60s.
Yeah.
And you had Jakes that were held in high regard protesting against Esau. Even in the Olympics, you had Juan Carlos and Tommy Smith holding up the black fist after running, you know, after winning. You can't get LeBron James to talk about the police after they killed a kid in his town. These niggas is that sorry.
I can't breathe t-shirt.
And then when he get questioned,
have to do his name on it.
and then when he get questioned, it's, well, I'm just showing support to the family. Nigga, please.
Hey, just on that, you know, he had that opportunity, that platform to speak on something and make a statement. In the 60s, they were making it statements.
They made a mistake.
You know,
The athletes like, I'm not gonna play.
The Donald Sterling thing, you had platforms and you didn't make that statement.
Niggas turn their shirts inside out and still play.
And lost.
Nigga.
And playing and lost. Why play if you gonna play to lose?
Those niggas are afraid of Esau
Taking away the
taking
goodies.
away them the goodies that like, what's that statement that we always quote from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? He said it about Michael Jordan. Niggas rather choose commerce over conscience.
Yeah, commerce. That's it.
All right. You hang the goodies over Jake's face, and his conscience just gets hypnotized on the goodies that you just trickle over his face. Hey, you better not say something, nigga. You see this, right? Your endorsement deals, your commercials.
We will see.
Yeah,
see
all
what
that.
we did to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
They really believe
We'll
the
take-
nicest
we'll
man on the
plug
planet,
that
the
shit.
nicest Jake on the planet was a pedophile. They really believe that shit.
We'll pull the plug on you. Just like they recently came to Nate about. They probably did the exact same thing to that nigga Nate, man. You hold off on talking about Esau, I'll let you flourish and do the things that you say you want to do.
We can't.
Go get a camp in another country.
Yeah, we'll let you do that, but if you keep talking about, you know, so-called white people, how we're Esau, you know, you keep exposing us.
We can't stop the black
We
people.
can't stop it. So if you keep talking about this, we're going to have to pull the plug on what you're trying to do here.
At least slow it down for us, Nate.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people listening to you. They'll listen to you. That other camp, they gonna keep going. If we can slow it down, if you tell them just not to talk about us. Y'all can say y'all Israelites. Cool. Just quit talking about us.
Yeah.
And that nigga went for that. And all his minions, you niggas is faggots.
Yeah.
IUIC, y'all a bunch of faggot ass lined up niggas, man. Straight up, man. Every one of you niggas came into this truth, and the main thing you found out was Esau was your goddamn enemy.
One of the first things.
And you natively know that because it's in your essence to know that this white man is the
Even when they
You don't have to even come into the truth
I
to
was
know
about to say
that the
that.
so-called white man is your enemy.
Yeah.
It's naturally embedded in you, man. You see it you saw it every day. The fuck you mean, man?
You niggas will get riled up over Trayvon Martin and Eric Gardner, but then not speak out on. That's the same thing LeBron did. That's the same thing the athletes doing. You know, not speaking up on nothing that Esau, none of the wickedness that Esau does. You know.
So IUIC is done talking about police brutality.
Right.
So when these crackers kill a Jake, y'all ain't gonna say nothing no more. Ain't no more rallies for you niggas, huh? That's over.
Don't cuss Esau out.
Don't cuss Esau
Get
out.
in trouble. But you got to put it all together. Nate, he's covering for his boys because he's a detective.
Police.
So he has to cover for his brothers. You know.
I got a quick one.
Yeah, that's the scripture.
Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor. You understand?
Read that again.
Come. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And that's what we do at camp. Every brother from GMS to Men of Valor to ETA, you know, we out there on the highways and hedges every week, prophesying the downfall of America, telling Esau the devil to his face is judgment, you know, and telling him he ain't judgment, and telling him the two-thirds in the elect, the condemnation and salvation, you know. We telling Esau to his face all the wickedness that he's doing. And every time a devil come up, they get the word pushed on them, you know. They get cut by the spirit.
That's a major cut because that's prophecy.
Exactly.
That we're going to be cussing, we're going to be standing right face to face with Esau, the devil, and we're going to be cussing him out and letting him know his judgment, man. That's prophecy, man. And you telling your congregation to refrain from that?
And a lot of Jays signed up for that.
Yeah.
That's one thing that the apostles always say. We couldn't have did this to Esau in the 60s.
Right.
We couldn't have stood on these corners and told Esau his judgment in the 60s. Mm-hmm. And Nate and IUIC, you niggas is trying to stifle the prophecies. Mm-hmm. You already took the Lord's name away. Yep. Now you saying don't even talk about Esau because you want to build a school, niggas.
So what's next? What else we ain't gonna be able to talk about? If you take away that's the two main things. We can't talk about.
And then you can't say nothing about women with Nate.
Yeah, right.
We can only talk about Moab.
Yeah. Like we ain't gonna
because in a minute, because if we can't talk about Esau, you this close from saying Esau is Ishmael, nigga.
Yeah.
What's next?
Who knows what you gonna be changing in the doctrine, man?
Yeah.
Because they paying you off some good.
And where the hell is ISUPK and the rest of you niggas, man?
Getting on them about that, man. Where y'all at?
This is way more serious than that rape bullshit that y'all tried to put on us, man. Hey. This nigga is taking out major chunks out the Bible, man.
Hey, bro, this is a staple of the truth, knowing that the white man is the so-called white man is the devil, and he's the Edomite. You know, that's a major thing. You all woke up to that when you came into the truth, whatever Israelite level you on.
Deuteronomy, excuse me, y'all.
You good?
Deuteronomy 28 and 68 don't apply no more, nigga, as far as they concerned.
Neither the book of Obadiah.
Don't go
into Deuteronomy 28 and 68, nigga. Get rid of the foundation that let you know that you was the children of Israel. Deuteronomy 28 don't exist no more.
If somebody can come up to them and ask them,
because that's your enemy.
In the book of Revelation where it says he's coming, Yahushua is coming to judge and make war, what is that talking about?
When he's saying
it's talking about the same prophecy in Isaiah 63. What is that? What is that whole chapter going into? Esau coming from the slaughter of the so-called white man. Yahushua coming from slaughtering the Edomites.
Yep.
You can't go into that prophecy. Because we not supposed to, we can't get on Esau.
Look, you can't wait on.
Well, you ain't speaking for us. You talking about the people in your congregation. Right, and you know what? You people, you zombies over there, man. Y'all
should have been
y'all follow
straw.
This demon.
Y'all
deserve
straw.
Yeah, y'all. If you're not bright enough to figure this out, that this man is a damn a demon, a snake, man. Then you deserve to get trampled, man.
Yep.
You deserve whatever judgment the Lord got for you, man.
Yep.
The Lord do not want you.
You deserve gross darkness.
Straight up.
Among other perils said perils in this book, man.
Yeah.
How do you not keep that staple in every Israelite? And I'm glad you mentioned that, bro. Every Israelite group should be on IUIC about Nate talking about that. And all you guys in the IUIC, everybody else that's in there that didn't know about that sellout move to not talk about that should be on him and out of the congregation.
Where's Johanna?
Yeah, his fat ass usually got something to say, right?
Yeah, where you at? I know brothers tune into your radio show. How come you ain't talking about it?
Why you niggas ain't at this nigga ass, man?
Yeah. Hey, and another thing, when we bring out Isaiah, the 10th chapter in the first verse, dealing with how Esau brings out his unrighteous decrees and the wicked laws that he passes against us.
Talk about that no more.
You can't talk about that, and really, that can actually apply to your ass, because that was a unrighteous decree upon your own congregation.
Yep, you're right, bro.
Now they can't stand in the fulfillment of Wisdom of Solomon 5. Read it again, bro. Y'all don't fulfill this prophecy then. If you can't cuss out Esau in the midst of Jake, then you're not in fulfillment of this prophecy.
Hey, and Jake, and believe it or not, that's one of the little sweet things that Jake helps Jake gravitate to this truth. Yeah. Y'all cussing the white man out like that? Damn, I ain't never seen that before. Yeah, fuck this man. He the goddamn devil. We gonna go into slavery. We go to we pushing all that on him. Yeah. That's one of the things that catch Jake, and then we gonna have him, in subjection. He gonna be our slave. And then Revelation 13 says this. And we bringing out the prophecy of it. Hey, that's one of the things like the apostles was going into that attracts Jake into this. The apostle, I think, Ramla went into yesterday. Mm-hmm. This is one of the things that draws people to this truth. These prophecies and certain things, the chip and all of this stuff that's coming, these are the things that draw people to this truth. Some of the milk stuff that draw them into this truth.
Yeah, you got brothers that got family in the world that's notifying them and telling them, hey man, you big on YouTube, man. Keep cussing these devils out. Keep cussing these Edomites out, man. Mm-hmm. Brothers that got actual cousins that's not even in the truth. That's hitting them up, telling them, hey man, I see what you're doing, man. Mm-hmm. I'm loving this shit.
Slap y'all. One of the biggest things, other than niggas finding out they Israel, is they finding out that white man is Esau. Yeah. Nigga, who we supposed to prophesize against in Jeremiah 28:8, nigga? Yeah. What kingdom is we supposed to be prophesying only about North Korea, nigga?
And Job 9:24 don't apply.
No, the North Koreans ain't did shit to me.
Right. Yeah.
Moab ain't did shit to me.
Hey, they accepted Jake over there with Dennis Rodman, right? They're like, oh, come on.
Oh, yeah. He actually talked. He actually went and talked to Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, he was cool. They're like, yeah, come play anytime. We got money for you. You gonna kick it good. Yeah.
All you scoffing niggas who been talking about GMS, this is a chance for y'all to say something about Nate.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna do it, though.
We waiting. We waiting to see.
If you niggas claim y'all still in the truth, where you goddamn niggas over there in Milwaukee, Yasharala? Where y'all at?
Yep. All that hard head.
I'm gonna take them niggas serious, man.
Right.
Them
still though,
mental
them
special
niggas,
cases.
Them niggas right there hate Apostle Tahar so much. What the hell is y'all doing? The police took y'all guns. Esau took y'all goddamn guns. Where the fuck is y'all at talking about Nate, man? Mm-hmm. Yep. You big 6'4" ass niggas bragging about how you knock all these. Why y'all niggas ain't talking about Nate, man?
Yep. It's real. Yep. Somebody should
we need to on this. We gonna stay on all you niggas who don't say nothing about Nate, man.
Yep.
Or just in general, if you ain't teaching the right thing,
we gonna stay on the prophecies. But you ain't saying nothing about Nate, we gonna be at your ass.
Yep.
Cause he didn't. That was the last straw, man.
Yeah. That's how you know all these other guys are full of shit, because they only rebuke us when they disagree with us. Yeah. When you see something that's totally off, and it's off in Israel, you don't say nothing.
Hey, there's if you don't believe the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, okay, you might not say, but you don't see Esau. It's a so-called white man. You can't that ain't wrong.
Who was we sold unto? Excuse me, I gotta say. Who was we sold unto, nigga? Mm-hmm. We can't talk about who our real enemy is, who who said let's cut them off from being Israel?
Yep.
Who we supposed to talk about, Nate?
Who we gotta get free from?
Yeah, man.
Who got us in under captivity? Who lead us in captivity shall go in captivity?
Yeah.
Who is killing us with the sword that must be killed by a sword?
Who we're preparing slaughter for?
Yeah, like for real.
And
IUIC loves Esau.
yeah.
Straight up. IUIC loves Esau.
Hey, wasn't they on us
That's
about
because
having
they-
confusion in the faces in
Yeah.
Red Millstone?
Y'all love Esau, man.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
What's that?
We gonna make a sign for you niggas, man. IUIC put Nate up there, loves Esau.
Yep. The devil. Esau the devil.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna put Shedra. We gonna Nate loves Esau.
Yep.
Gonna write it a big ass heart on a tree. Nate loves Esau.
Yeah, man.
Hey, well, Proverbs 11 and 21, man. Though hand join in hand,
Yep.
you know.
Somebody gonna read it or you gonna
That's the wickedest shit I done heard since I've been in the truth, man.
Yeah. That's a staple. Because I hated the white man
That-
before I came into the
God.
Where's your where is that nigga Sabak?
Zabak,
Nigga.
Yeah, where you at?
316, nigga. Where you at?
Where you what was it, other guys, the guys in the burgundy and gold out in LA. Where y'all at? That was on that Kendrick Lamar thing. Where y'all at?
What they call themselves, True Nation or something like that.
New Covenant, True. I don't remember
Something
what
like
it was.
The comment.
Yeah, True Nation or something. What he said?
Idiots united in crackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Straight up.
Yeah, what's up, Ben Banyashala? Yeah, man. That's
That's
right
real,
there.
bro.
Yeah, that's what it
Good
said.
looking out on that one, man.
We said cops, but now it's just, you know,
And
it ain't just
crackers.
the cops no more. You talking about all the crackers now. They want all the crackers to be all right. The next thing you gonna teach is that Edomites can make it, man. It's only
Man, it's coming.
It's only the white man can make it.
He's gonna make it.
I'm trying to tell you, man. What else he got to go toward?
Yeah.
Why are you pushing so hard to say this damn white man, Nate?
And
You
then
know?
he didn't say it himself. He let his minions say it.
Yeah,
He
that's,
sat back.
And didn't correct
And
him.
then correct
You
him.
didn't speak up. You for it.
You with it?
You ain't correct.
You put
for
that.
it.
Y'all had counsel before that and put that out there and was like, whoever bring it up.
Yep.
So that nigga on the end, he brings it up and threaten all your congregation. We hear y'all talking about Esau, we shutting it down. Well, niggas, shut it down. Lose your money. And you niggas who still in IUIC,
Yeah.
fuck y'all, man.
Straight up. The Lord is gonna kill y'all. The Lord is gonna. He has a very I can't think of a detrimental. I'm trying to think of.
Got me
a
cussing
bad-
and stuff, man.
Trying to think of a really harsh word to give you, but he got a harsh death for you, man.
God, that's adding and taking away from the word. You know.
Yep.
We supposed to be prophesying the man that got us in bondage. That's the main man that got us in captivity. That's the man that brought us over here.
That's the man the Lord finna destroy.
Kind.
Yep.
Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. So y'all not mad?
Yeah.
They not wise.
No.
Kind, they not wise either.
because they got the gift.
God.
The gift
Destroy
destroys
the
the
heart.
heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it said that's the next one.
Go
Right?
ahead.
And a gift destroys the heart.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Y'all got
Nate and
IUIC
them,
apps,
they're pacified. Nate,
radio shows.
he's kicking back because he's sitting on that money. Him
Taking
and his
trips and
women,
shit.
They're taking trips. They jet setting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they too busy putting together these $100,000 weddings.
Yep.
Fly
You know what I'm
garments,
Yeah,
music videos,
entertainment, man.
Amazing,
trying to get this Grammy.
amazing Passovers.
Yeah,
You know, you think Kendrick then came in through one of your, his family's related to y'all. So now you think,
oh
we
he's
got
just,
it now.
We
We about to
good.
sign into IUIC.
Yeah.
What are the productions or whatever that company called?
Yeah,
We gonna
original
get him on the
royalties.
side of the
Collabos.
original royalty. We gonna get him on original royalty to do some collabos on it. All right, man. All right, you keep thinking like that and see where this gets you.
Hey, well, Ezekiel 21 and was that 9? The Lord is preparing a sword, a glittering sword.
Yep.
All right, it's being furbished right now. Okay, Esau got some toys that he got to let off, and that's for you niggas, for you Jakes.
Yep.
Shall we then make mirth?
Yep. Right. No one that's coming for us.
That's right there in the scriptures.
Yeah.
That's right there in prophecy, man.
Let me hit this one more time and we can move from it. I just because you asked me to read it again. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made account of his labors. Yep, I don't even need to read them.
Yeah, who's afflicting us, man? It's not the so-called white man that's afflicting us in this society, man. You know, hey, that we're like the brother said, we couldn't do this 50, 60 years ago, man. The Lord got it to where that's how you know Esau's on the decline, because now we can cuss this devil out with ease, man.
Yeah.
All right, we can get everything off our chest right there out in the public.
Consuming with the Lord's mouth.
Yeah, exactly. We talk all type of shit to these
So
devils,
you didn't put
man.
typo in the man's mouth.
Yeah.
And that says a lot right there. If no Edomites coming up and scoffing or talking, coming to the camp talking mess, then you're not doing it right.
Yeah, you ain't teaching it right.
You can put a gag order
about
the Lord's word, man.
Yeah.
You trying to fill the book back up, nigga.
Yeah. Pretty much. But also he got that going into it. He got that Johnson Amendment muzzle on his mouth. That 501c3, that gag order, that bribe.
And here go the cold part about that. Trump just said the churches can say what they want to say.
Yeah, he opened it up for you, and then you gonna muzzle it? Come on, man. Come on, man.
But they saying that he put that in place, but it hasn't been finalized.
It don't matter. He put it out there.
He put it out there, you know.
Once the cat is out the bag.
That is out there.
Yeah.
Have to see what you really want to say too, though. So what? Who cares, man? The real man, then shall the righteous man, not a man that is an Israelite, but the righteous man, because there's a lot of men out there that claim to be Israelites and claim to be, holy men and men of the Lord, but they're not righteous in the eyes of Yahweh. The righteous man will declare boldly in the face of such as have afflicted him that he's a devil when he's going down. Straight up.
And they is basically like the two sons of what's his name, man? They basically took bribes and shit. And it resulted in Jake basically like, you know what, we don't need, we want a king. We want a king over us, man. I forget who it was, man. I think it was it was when Samuel got old, and Samuel got old, and his two sons raised up to be judges over Israel. But they wasn't cut, they wasn't fit to be judges over Israel, because they didn't have the same spirit of their father, their prophet Samuel. You go to 1 Samuel 8:1, it says, and it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel. Now the name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of the second Abiah. They were judges in Beersheba, and his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre, and took bribes and preferred judgment.
Who is that?
That's the spirit, the same spirit that was on Samuel's sons is on you niggas, man.
And is that Nate Johanna?
Yeah. No, that could be
Judas.
Judas. Judas.
You same stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, I don't know, but what it look like to you? Yeah, I hope y'all ain't tripping that we ain't gonna read the girl's darkness, but hey, man, like the spirit hopped on to keep moving. This thing is living waters, man. It keep moving, like the apostles always say. It moved. Y'all know what he said. If y'all don't have an apocryphal, man, go get an apocryphal and read about that girl's darkness for yourself in the 17th chapter of Wisdom of Solomon, man. And really meditate on that and think about the stuff that's going on in there, because you're gonna have to deal with that on some level. No, you can deal with it as a 230. You don't know what the hell is going on, or you can deal with it as a man of the Lord, or attached to a man of the Lord that's gonna help stabilize you in that day.
That brings us all the way back to Ecclesiastes, yeah, man. To the jakes that's newcomers in the faith that's coming in.
Right.
And now is the time to seek the Lord, man. All right, listen to the men. Yeah, listen to the men. Predominantly stick with Great Millstone.
Yeah.
If not, Men of Valor, they ain't holding it down. DTA, even though there's a little skirmish, in the body right now, but through the spirit, Lord willing, that get patched up, man.
The spirit guy, we need to follow.
Yeah, but either way, hey, seek the prophecies, man. Be preoccupied, stay watching, watch the alternative news, the financial reports, RT, they report on all this shit, man. What's going on down there in Venezuela and Brazil, Puerto Rico now, all these things are getting ready to transpire here in America. It's going to be a lot worse, man. So that's the reason why we cuss out guys like Nate and Yahada and all of them, because they sold out, so they can't really tell you about these things, man. They got to hold back and be quiet and just teach the basic shit. They got to basically touch the surface. We giving you everything, man. We have not shown unto you to declare the whole gospel. Okay? So, hey, that's what this is all about, man. You brothers I send, hey, keep pushing, man. Keep pushing, be diligent, be in maximum overdrive, like the Apostle Tahar said. All right, because we almost up out of here, and we're approaching that finish line. We get ready to see some shit, Hakim.
Yeah.
We get ready to face some major shit, man. So you better make sure your faith is intact, man. Make sure you stay and you praying and do what you gotta do, man. Studying. All right? Hey, lean upon the Lord without distraction, man. These fucking bitches, fuck these hoes right now. And I speak for myself included, man. We in the flesh, sometimes we would have,
a little entertainment in your life.
Hit a little something, get entertained, but you
go.
gotta have a balance, man. Like, the focus really is this work, this truth, man. All right, because the Lord's getting ready to turn shit up, man. Judgment is coming down. Guys that's falling out, the Lord's finally judging their ass, putting them to death. All right, hey, so you better keep that fear upon you, man. This ain't the time to be quitting. All right, if anything, you need to get even that much more stronger.
Yeah.
All right,
Charged up with this thing, man.
Yeah, man.
Like that's the thought. Oh, you hear about that real quick? Oh, I was just hyped up with your spirit, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, the brother you called just brought it up. It's a possibility that North Korea and South Korea, they might reunify.
Yeah.
Because they just had a new president brought in. All right, he's going against that whole THAAD missile system that they got over there. That's what they've been protesting about. They're not happy about the U.S. setting up that I think they call it the high altitude area defense. That's what it's called. THAAD. All right. So hey, man, this thing is getting ready to go down, man. All right. So hopefully, you brothers out there, y'all take admonition. We almost up out of here. Hey, with that, we're gonna close out. We're gonna give all the praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh. Yahweh, say Yahweh, Yahweh. Hey, all praise to Yahweh, Shem Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Akim.